I think the Ten Commandments aired last night on TV, so you know what that means. That means Easter is coming up this weekend. That's always the indicator. You might be getting stressed out, rather, about hosting lunch or an Easter egg hunt or just going to some sort of Easter event. Well, don't worry. Etiquette expert Diane Gottsman is here. How are you?
Good. Happy Easter almost.
Happy Easter almost. So the big thing about Easter is lunch. If you're the one in charge of Easter lunch, why should you stick with the classic flavors?
Oh, because everybody has memories of the classic flavors. Okay. So, for example, do you have a favorite that's on your table?
No, I don't. My wife is going to have ham, and I don't even really like ham, but I can't think of any tradition that we had.
So there are classic memories that go along that are associated with these holidays. So I say, even if you're going to do something different, let's say you have Chinese. One of your, and I bet one of your two baby, one is tiny, one is, you know, semi-tiny, is going to have a favorite that I bet your wife is going to want to put on the table, or your mom will put on the table year to year. So mine is mandarin orange salad, and even though my kids barely eat it, and they're adults now, they still want it on the table because it's a memory.
Yeah, good call. We'll talk about some of the tips here for planning your lunch.
So I think what's really important is, you know, you might have a charcuterie board. You might have, you know, it might be a buffet style. And we're going to talk about some dining tips in a little bit that I think that everybody needs to follow because it makes it easier for everyone. But the traditions, the dyeing the Easter eggs, for me, this is my traditions. My kids love the confetti eggs. Now I have a grandchild, so we'll dye eggs. We'll have the confetti eggs. They're all over everything and make me, you know, crazy. But I think that there are baskets for every age. You know, you have children, you make a children's basket, but you might have a guest over and you might want to give them something that they will enjoy as well. So young and old enjoy those baskets. And I love something up front that I'm going to try. And I don't know if you can see it, but they are hollowed out candies. And so one's a bunny and one's a chick, and you can hollow out the top. And then Kahlua or whatever you would like, whatever alcoholic libation, if you have some friends or family who would enjoy. But you can put chocolate milk for the children. Yes, regular milk, chocolate milk, or they can just, it can be their dessert. So
please don't mix those up.
Please don't.
Once you do it, please remember what you've poured in what.
Don't get them confused. That's right.
Very interesting Easter lunch.
And then, you know, we have little bitty bits for the children. So little toddlers often have trouble. We have to be realistic. Kids have age-appropriate table manners. And the little children, it's hard to keep them still very long. And then they have a flat plate that everything runs over. So up here, you know, I went to my local supermarket and found these precious little bunnies that are not on the screen right now, but it's a bunny plate that has a lip. And you can say, well, this is what bunnies eat. This is bunny food. So it is broccoli and carrots and some cheese or whatever you want to put on that plate, knowing that your toddler will enjoy eating it. Not for adults, or maybe for a messy adult. That would be okay.
Do we have the dining tips CG somewhere?
So, you know what? That doesn't matter. I'm going to just give them to you. And, you know, we have done this a million times throughout the years, but it's all... Do you know this? I don't know if you and I have done this. Okay, make a B and a D, and your bread plate is always on the left, and your drink is always on the right. So here's a little refresher. Bread plate left, drink on the right. And then there are some basic tips that everyone from younger children to adults, because second interviews are conducted over a meal, so college-age students need to be aware of this. So you want to make sure that you are passing everything to the right, counterclockwise. You know, we have, our screens are different than what I'm saying, but you know, we'll just follow along. So you pass to the right, counterclockwise. You use your napkin only for your mouth. You don't blow in that napkin. You don't put gristle in that napkin. And so there is no good way to do this. But if you get gristle in your mouth, how do you usually, what do you do with your gristle when you get a bone or gristle in your mouth, Casey?
I just hide it.
So left hand, index finger and thumb, remove it with your left hand, cover with your right hand, so I'm not showing it to you, and then just discreetly put it on your plate. There is no good way to get rid of foreign objects in your mouth. And you don't want to choke. You know, I'm often asked, well, what do you do if you're choking? Save yourself. That's what you do.
Forget about manners.
Someone around the table. It's not protocol, it's not manners, you know, it's about safety. So, and so if you are following the table and there's a gravy boat because you're having ham or turkey, There is also a plate under that gravy boat that should be passed along with it, because there will be a spoon in that gravy boat, perhaps, and that spoon you can either put on the plate behind the gravy boat or keep it in the gravy boat. So you can do one or the other. When you stir your tea, you don't want to bang, bang, bang on the side of the glass. You want to make little tiny, an N and an inverted N, back and forth, and then put the teaspoon behind the glass. You know, the importance is people notice. They don't notice whether you are using your table manners. What they notice is your face, your awkward moments. You're wondering if you're doing it right, and that's what it looks like. So it's about being confident.
Great advice, as usual. Happy Easter, especially the chocolate bunny thing. Do that.
Don't confuse it.
Don't confuse them. We'll be right back.